What's going on, my tapped out auto fans? How's it going, huh? Man, I can't wait for some nice weather. Holy jeez, it's cold outside. It's so damn cold the GoPro don't even want to work. Like literally for the last couple of days and stuff like that, it just don't want to work. Bought that damn F-150 the other day and stuff like that. Boy, that truck runs good, guys. I'm so happy and stuff. It had seven auto lights in it and one original Motorcraft. I don't understand why. And no, it wasn't like the very back spark plug was Motorcraft. I think it was number 4 cylinder, because that was a pain in the ass to get to. It wasn't that one. No, it was like let's see, one, two, three. It would have been number 3 cylinder, so one of the easy ones. Why did they only put seven? I don't know, but that's what was wrong with it, and it was good. And the damn 4-wheel drive stopped working on it. And I'm like, that's what I tell these kids though. You spend $1,000 on a car, get ready to spend $2,000 on it, but it's better than getting one from a car lot. Yeah, they're both of their cars and shit are just terrible. But I figured out what it is. It's going to cost me $60 to fix it, somewhere around there. And it's the 4-wheel drive solenoid right there by the stereo next to the cluster. It's supposed to be making it clicking. This thing ain't making it clicking. So that's fine. I figured that I was going to be, we was going to be spinning this on it. But guys, that truck runs great. And I mean, even with a 2-wheel drive, you can't get that for $1,000 around here. It was really loud when I bought it too. Y'all guys heard that it was extremely loud, and I was in an impression that it's going to need a whole new exhaust and stuff like that. No, it's just where the exhaust meets up to the exhaust manifold, where it bolts up right there. It broke right around there where it bolts up. The exhaust broke off its flange. I did a temporary fix with some air cleaner clamps, the big ones. I like radiator clamps, but oversized. I just did a temporary fix and it quieted it down a little bit. But other than that, it's great, except for the tires. It's got street tires, like street tires. They're good tires, but they're street tires, and they have no business being out here in the woods where I live. So I got tires for it. Just need to put them on. I know what's wrong with the 4-wheel drive. Need to fix that. But other than that, guys, it's great. And I don't even know how I got that truck so cheap. But they must have took it to their mechanic, and they was way misinformed. It was running and missing real bad because the spark plugs hadn't been changed. Well, they was changed. But you got to change your spark plugs at least every, maybe for 5 years, depending on how you drive. Maybe even sooner than that, depending on how you drive. Me, I change the spark plugs in our vehicle about once every 2 years, maybe three. Just depends. But summertime we drive a lot, especially my girl. But yeah, it was just strange. So that thing's good. But I'm sitting here watching YouTube and watching car questions answered. Let y'all see that right there. Now, if y'all see this, woman buys 1998 Ford Escort and pays $229 a month. So I went and checked this out, guys, because I've been kind of interested in stuff like that. And yeah, you see all everybody I watch? And that is actually true. So I looked it up, and this lady here is buying this car for $289 a month, 84 months. Supposedly she's still doing it. And that's a little over $24,000 for a Ford Escort. A 98. Guys, I've owned like 3 or 4 of these cars. 2 doors, 4 doors. Yeah, I think the 2 doors are called XPs, ain't they? Or some shit like that, but still Ford Escort. But yeah, I think the most expensive one that I paid for, if I remember right, I think I gave $1,200 for the blue one that had a brand new motor in it. That the shop that I was working at, we rebuilt. The guy was a school teacher and he just didn't want to deal with the car anymore. He wanted something newer. So he sold the car to me. And I think I gave him like $1,000, $1,200 for it, but it had a brand new motor in it. Brand new tires. I mean, he kept well care of this car. But is that what the society is going to now, guys? Is all these like late 90s cars and early 2000 cars? Actually, I can't even say the early 2000 cars, guys. I'm saying late 90s. Like, I've been seeing anything from 1995 to 1998 skyrocketing. And I can see why. Every auto manufacturer, uh, even Toyota, from I would say 1999 and newer, have been garbage, especially Chevrolet. Chevrolet and Dodge was garbage then. I mean, from well, I'd say Chevrolet did not get their kicks until probably about 2004 when they did all that engine management displacement shit and just really ruined the 5.3 and everything else. But the earlier ones and stuff didn't have that bad a deal. Now, the Dodges in 2000, I think it was, they came out with that miserable garbage 4.7 liter engine. Guys, I am telling you, there was a time in my life when I was working at a mechanic shop. There was six of them damn things in the shop. All of them with a 4.7 or the 3.7, which is a V6, same thing as a 4.7, just got a couple of cylinders shoved off. But guys, everything I did front bumper to back bumper, no joke. Motor, transmission, rear ends, all the time, every day. I could have threw up a Dodge pickup truck then. Yeah, it was just garbage. And to me, even when Dodge sold out to Fiat, it still goes downhill. I mean, people wonder, well, why are there so many Dodges and Challengers and stuff like that on the road? Because luxury. You get in there, there's a, foot and a half foot screen, foot and a half foot wide. Oh, look at all these gadgets. But every single body that I know that has bought a new Dodge pickup truck trades it in within 2 years, sometimes a year. Just they keep it long enough and stuff like that where they lost a little bit but don't lose their ass just yet. Same way as the Dodge Chargers and Challengers. I mean, guys, I've been seeing them cars. I think the new Dodge Challenger came out in 2015. I've actually been seeing them cars $2,500, $3,000 now with the V6 motor, of course. The people that's got the Hemis, they're so blowed up, they're still wanting 3,500, $4,000. But then you spend $3,500 for one. You spend $8,000 for a motor for it. By the time it's said and done, you almost got $15,000 into a car you can go out and buy for 12. It doesn't make any sense. So I think that's why a lot of the late model vehicles, like I would say anywhere between 1996 to 1999, the market's going to be skyrocketing. Like this Ford Escort for $24,000. Holy hell. I mean, if that's the case, if that is what's going on, then that means that truck out there, when I get done putting another $500 into it, it's a $50,000 truck. My black one, $70,000 truck with all the upgrades it has on it. So I mean, it's just ridiculous. I seen, and I think the guy sold it. Don't hold me to that, but I think the guy sold it. But this guy got a 1978 Chevy Caprice four door. Now, we're not talking about the gangster mobile. We're talking about the grandma mobile. Tan on tan with tan interior. Has a 305 two-barrel slow poke motor in it. I mean, one wheel pill, plain Jane. I have bought these cars in people's driveways for anywhere between $250 to $500 all my young life. This guy's got it up for sale for $6,500 and won't take a dime less than $6,000. Yeah, for a '78 Caprice. Ain't even an Impala. It's a Caprice, and guy, it's ridiculous. So, to you guys out there looking to buy a car, I would go out and buy anything that's older than 1999 except for a Chevrolet. Now, you ask me why a Chevrolet and stuff like that. You can even go out there and buy a Dodge Caravan or something like that. Not a Dodge Neon. Holy hell, don't get a Dodge Neon or a Chrysler 300 or any Chrysler vehicle cars. Okay, get no cars. No Fiat, no Dodge, no Chrysler, no cars. None of their cars. Their cars are garbage, 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 garbage. But I get something with like the 5.9 liter, which is a 360. A lot of people don't like the 5.2 liter, I think it is, but that's a 318, and I think the 318 is better than 360, but the 360 has more torque. Just like the damn 4.6s and the 5.4s. People love the 5.4s more because they're a little torqueier. Yeah, but they don't sure as hell last as long, and no, my 4.6 has beat a lot of 5.4s and has lasted a hell of a lot longer. So yeah, they're a little torqueier, but they're not. I mean, they're not better than the 318. I would find one of those and stuff like that. Never buy a 4.7. You are the dumbest person in the world, or you just didn't know any better and made a mistake. So here, Dirty Boy the Mechanic is telling you, don't buy nothing, absolutely nothing, not unless it's for free, for 100% for free with title. Don't buy anything with a 4.7. Never, ever, ever buy anything with a 4.7. And any dice cars that is newer than 1980, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Do not buy it. They're garbage. I don't give a damn what anybody says. They're garbage. The Dodge minivans, like the town and country and stuff like that, for some reason, people have luck with them Dodge minivans. I have seen them damn things up to 400,000 miles. So if you're the one that has that kind of luck with the Dodge minivans, go ahead and get you one. But I don't give a damn if it's more than 2 years old. Don't pay no more than a couple $1,000s for it. Period. I don't care. It's really it's gotten that bad. Now Chevrolet. Now I don't know if the rumors are true or not, but I have seen on two places, and I have talked to a guy that supposedly in what he talks in his profile and everything. He works for like the high level GM, and we've known each other for some years, like over 10 years. And he told me and stuff like that Chevrolet is planning now. Ain't 100% sure, but he says that it's going to be because he thinks it's going to be because they're pushing electric vehicles, like pushing electric vehicles. They are coming out with a few cars and stuff like that and everything and stuff to, hey, look over here, but not over here, but they're stopped making parts for any vehicles 5 years old and older. And if you have worked on Saturns, if you worked on Kias, you know that, yeah, there is certain things that you can't buy parts for them cars anymore. Um, I just, I bought an alternator for that Camaro. The guy told me, good luck finding another one. Need to find another one. But it's actually getting that bad and everything. And so, yeah, I would say anywhere between, I would say, 95 to 99. And the three best car manufacturer to get would be Ford, uh, Toyota, and Honda. Yep, that's the only three. Chevrolets, I mean, everybody has an OBS, but you don't have an OBS not unless you have 4 or 5 OBS Chevrolet pickup trucks sitting in your yard for parts. Just plain and simple. Y'all seen that one that was on my channel, that 98, that was Owens. Well, that was a video and a half ago. But that OBS there, he just kept sinking money, kept getting lied to. We kept getting lied to about the engines. And it just got to a point where I told him and stuff like that. It's either you're going to have to sink some real serious cash in this truck to get it right, or you're gonna have to sell it to somebody that's got a whole yard full of these. So he listened to me and stuff like that and everything. Good kid. And we sold it to a guy that has a whole yard full of them. Transmission's been replaced. Motor's been replaced. I think he said the rear end's been replaced. The front drive shaft and stuff like that just recently went out on it. He's had to replace that. He had to do a lot to that OBS truck to get it on the road. A lot. So, I mean, that's just it. Now, these Ford F-150s, these 97 and 98s that y'all guys, love and, know I love and stuff like that, guys, you can pick these trucks up. Now, I've been noticing the market is actually going quite up on these damn late model F-150s like this one I just got. Now, it ain't my fault and stuff like that because I didn't know. I did not know that this guy got lied to about the truck. I'm thinking, he said his kid was going to college or something like that, and they bought him a Prius and everything, so it's a little cheaper driving back and forth to, to work and stuff like that and everything. But the way he's talking and everything and stuff like that to me and stuff, it's like somebody told him it was going to cost more money to fix his truck than what it's worth. So here I'm going to tell you and stuff like that, guys, what I look for when I go to look at these deals. Now, this guy says that this truck needs TLC, which it does, but he said the motor runs rough, really loud and stuff like that. Guys, go check it out yourself, okay? One thing I do, the first thing I do, I didn't even drive this truck when I bought it. Didn't even need to. Open up the hood and look at your coil packs or your spark plug wires and take a really good look. I mean, really good look. And see how much dirt is on them. See if there's been any dirt rubbed off, any grease smudges anywhere on the wires, if the coil packs look right. Just look in there and stuff like that. And if you can, pull a spark plug wire off and just look at the spark plug. See if it looks like it's old. See if it ain't, see if it ain't shiny porcelain. If it's coil packs. Look at the coil pack. See if there's any dust on the coil pack. Look at the coil pack bolt. Okay? Every single vehicle, when you take a coil pack off, is going to have scratches on that bolt from the tool sliding off and on it. It's going to scratch the bolt up. Now, you look at this bolt, okay? See if it's got some scratches on it. If it does, see how much rust is on the scratches. If it's like really coated rusty, you know that coil pack hasn't been off in a while, okay? Engine runs rough and stuff like that. Could be a bad coil. Could be a set of spark plugs. Now, this is always a gamble. But, let's just say this, okay? 1998 F-150. I paid $1,000 for it. Took a gamble. But let's say the motor's messed up. Let's say that motor blowed up to the moon, okay? You can easily get one of them motors. I just seen one the other day, and I've been looking on the marketplace and stuff like that, trying to find it again, and I guess I can't find it, so they must have sold it, but it was 138,000 miles, 1997 Ford F-150 maroon. It was rolled over. Lost control of it, rolled the truck over. Runs and drives good, $300. $300. Sold the catalytic converters off of it, there's more of your money back. And you have a extra transmission, extra transfer case, extra rear end, and extra in an engine. So even if I had to do that, and there's a few more on the marketplace too about that same price and stuff, more like $500 or $600. But if I went ahead to go out and get one of those, I can get a whole truck for the price I can get an engine for, put the engine in there, then I can use all the other parts on that truck to finish this truck out. So I have my girl a bad truck for under $2,000, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what she's going to have. Well, since I'm going to have less than that in it now, since I don't have to buy a motor for it, but she's going to have a really good truck, let's say about $1,500. Okay? $1,500 for a truck that I know is going to last her at least 5 years. Now, let's go to the people out there that buy them cars at car lots. How much money do you spend on that car, fixing it, and still making payments? Adds up, don't it? I know way too many people that go to car lots, and especially Right Way Auto and stuff like that. Right Way Auto sold these people a Dodge pickup truck Hemi one time. I They told me it was missing real bad. Now, guys, I'm a straight up mechanic. I don't rig nothing. Nothing. I don't rig anything not unless it's absolutely necessary and it's a short term. Nothing that's permanent. And it has to be a damn good reason that I am rigging this thing up. Damn good reason. And that usually does not happen. I mean, like literally 99% of the time, you either fix it right or get it away from me. I'm done with no. I either fix it right. We have no problems with this. I don't have no comebacks with this problem here, or you can take it someplace else. Okay? So I go look at this Dodge pickup truck. It's missing really bad. Got the Hemi in it. So they wanted me to change the spark plugs. Well, we changed the spark plugs in it, stuff like that. Now, they didn't ask me to diagnose this truck beforehand. They just told me to change the spark plugs in it. And I changed the spark plugs in it. Well, pretty expensive job there. Wow. And a pain in the ass. It didn't fix it. Well, I plugged my computer into it, stuff like that. Now, the dash, if I remember right, because it's been a few years and stuff like that since I worked on this. But the dash said that this truck had like 89,000, 87,000. It was 80 something thousand miles. It was right under 90,000. But the computer said that truck had 206, I know it was over 200,000, like 216, 217,000 miles. And I showed the people this. I said, look here, I ain't working on this truck no more. It's been messed with. The odometer does not read what the computer says. You need to take this thing back the right way. Did they do it? Nope. Why people just want to get screwed over by a car lot, I have no idea. Stephanie and Mikey, the two that lived here, got this Honda CRV. It has been in the shop more times than I can count. And every time they just had a inspection done to the car. Everything, hoses, axles, brakes, everything's supposed to have been looked over on this car from a dealership. They're driving down the road one day and all of a sudden the serpentine belt explodes and the engine overheats. What? It just got done with inspection. What the hell? So yes, guys, if you can help it, don't go to a car lot. Don't go to a car lot. All right. I know that you got that $400 or $500 just itching in your pocket, stuff like that. And you want to run down there, put that down payment because you think that's the best thing to do. No, it's not. It's not. It really is not, guys. The best thing to do is save your money, save $1,000, $1,500 and stuff like that. Go buy you a damn $1,000, $1,500 hoopty, and then put money into something that's paid for. That means if you got a $500 drop that you got to spend on this car, then it's paid for. Now you're like, well, if I buy it from a car lot, then they're the ones got to. No, not anymore. No. You always have deductible now from car lots. So when you take your car in and stuff like that and everything, and I don't think it's called deductible, it's called something else. But every time you take your car lot into a car lot, you're either you get charged for it right then, or they put it, yes, they do, or they put it on the note. But you do pay a percentage of that. Now, you might not pay the whole bill, but hell, if you got to take your car in 2 or 3 times a year, it adds up quite a bit. Just like, I try to tell people, it's better than going out like that. We can go back to that Ford truck again. It's best to go out and get something like that somebody has been completely mistold about it, stuff like that. Pay $1,000 for it, sink $500 in it, and you got a 3,500 $4,000 truck. Well, I don't know. According to the way the world's working right now, we can go up to 50,000. I mean, that lady just spent 24,000 for a '98 Ford Escort. And evidently, the way I've been seeing it on YouTube and stuff like that, and watching stuff, that's getting to be a normal thing, guys. 1998 vehicles going for $24,000. That's ridiculous. You know, just all these old cars, just wow. Especially third gen Camaros. Holy hell. I mean, it's getting to a point where I'm getting to be afraid to drive mine. What the hell? Oh, no, I'm not going to stop driving it. I don't know if I'm going to be driving it too much this year, guys. I really do want to drive my black truck. It's been a couple years since I've actually drove it. So I'd like to actually drive my black truck and stuff like that. But now I got to get new tires for it because the new tires that I have for it has to go in the woman's truck. Never stops. Well, guys, I'm glad to talk to you and stuff like that. I let y'all go and everything. Figure I get on here to give y'all some words of advice. Um, yeah, just save up your money, $500,000. Go out there, and like I say, guys, if it runs rough, look what I said. You know what I'm saying? Look at the spark plugs, look at the coil packs. See if any of that thing's been changed out. It could be just a spark plug. It could be just a coil pack. And then if you want to and stuff like that, step off to the side, call a few junkyards, ask them how much a motor's going to be for that vehicle. Okay? And then you have to think in your head, okay, well, if I give this guy this much and pay this much for this motor to be put in and put in this car, if that's what's wrong with it, how much is that? Okay, you have to determine. Like the guy wanted $2,000 for that truck. Well, if I took and bought it and had to do all the stuff to it, it'd be right at what the truck is worth. But since I did not know if the motor was blown, I didn't know if it needed a whole new exhaust and all this, then uh I actually wanted to only give him 500 for it. But I wound up giving him 1,000 for it because I knew what was wrong with it. I just knew. So, and that's it. You know, like I say, my girl's going to have her a damn good truck. I mean, a damn good truck for around $1,500. And guys, that's what y'all guys got to do. Y'all just got to go out there and hustle for it. I just suggest don't buy any Chevrolets or Dodges. Kind of keep it to, and no Fords newer than I would say 1999. Not unless it's got a 4.6 in it. If it's got a 4.6 in it, go ahead and go for it. If it does not have a 4.6 in it, don't. If it's got that 5.4 piece of shit in it, do not buy that 5.4. I am not a 5.4 fan. Just like I'm not a 5.3 fan. Just not. Later, guys. You have a good night.